website at horrorvein.com.
In the whole entire world, it is Horror Vein.
Yes.
And I'm your host, Robert Massetti.
I'm your co-host, Don Fisher.
And this week, we're talking about the classic Universal Studios monster movie, House of Dracula.
1946. Wow.
Wow. See, you're on top of this shit. I love
My
that.
mom was 5 years old. Wow. She was born in 41. I think I did my math right. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
direct
been a hell
sequel
of a week.
to House of Frankenstein. It's House of Dracula.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll get into that in the second half,
Yes.
where we talk about all kinds of horror films, and we're still trying to get back in the groove of things after being on break for a week there.
Yeah.
A week or so, or whatever day that was. I don't even know.
That's right, yeah.
anymore.
So last week we talked about my trip, and we had been off for a week, so yeah. And this time we get to talk about your little excursion. Well, I mean, you didn't have to travel far, I'm assuming, but MEGACON, you had a nice little departure from your everyday normal routine, and had a nice convention. I saw pictures. Saw pictures.
4-day convention, Geek Fest, MEGACON. It's probably the second biggest convention next to San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay.
And we were wondering what was going to happen because with everything going on here in Florida, we didn't think there'd be a big turnout, but it was packed, dude. Packed.
And briefly for our listeners, explain what MEGACON is. Other than, I know it's a convention, but is it like comic book? Is it superhero? Is it everything?
Yeah, it's more comic book, pop culture, type convention. A lot of comic book stuff. There's Artist Alley, a lot of artists.
So you weren't part of running this thing. You were just a vendor.
I was a guest. Yeah.
You were a guest. You had your booth.
We had a booth, and we did some panels where we talked about, filmmaking and horror films and stuff like that. Because they do have a horror section in it.
They do, okay.
Even though it's more
mainly it's pop culture and superhero. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun, man. We haven't done it in a while because of what's going on with the pandemic, and it was great to meet the fans and do panels and shit. Oh my god, it was amazing. Made some good connections. We didn't get to really roam the floor, working at the booth mostly, but yeah, it was a great time, man. Oh, enjoyed it totally.
Now, were there other horror independent film companies and just other vendors?
There was actually 2 film festivals going on. There was one called Geek Fest, and then there's another, I think it was Halloween horror something. I don't know.
Okay.
But they were showing movies, and there's all kinds of panels, and yeah, it was just fun. A lot of cosplay. People dressed up in different clothes and
right.
Characters and stuff like that. A lot of. I mean, these people spend. Big money on their cosplay, man.
Right.
I mean, they take it seriously. I mean, it's really amazing. Some really cool stuff. They had 3 people were dressed up as Count Chocula Frankenberry and Boo Berry. It was awesome.
Oh my God. That's awesome. That's
I was
awesome.
like, dude, I ate those when I was a kid, man. I had Count Chocula all the time, man. I love that cereal.
Yeah. Well, you were lucky. Me being a dentist's son, I was not as lucky.
Yeah,
so
sugar, man.
And I just had straight Cheerios. That was as fancy as I got. Yeah. Yeah.
So you just put a little bit of Hershey's chocolate on it. And say, that's my Count Chocula.
Yeah. Not frosted mini wheats, but just the tree bark, just the mini wheats, So I just,
mini wheats. The wheats.
Yeah, just wheat. Yeah, they just dumped a bunch of wheat in my bowl. Yeah.
Mr. Wheat.
But Kix, remember Kix? That's, yeah. I ate those.
I remember the band Kix, but yeah, of course.
The small little orange balls. Yeah, I know.
Oh, God, yeah, the small ball. Yeah, kind of like.
They weren't bad, but I had to dump a lot of sugar.
That's the one with the rabbit, right? The white rabbit that was on there.
That's Trix.
Trix.
Yeah.
You're talking Kix.
Kix, Kix.
Yeah. I always got those confused.
Kid tested, mother approved. Rob.
And Lucky Charms. And yeah, see, that's when cereals were like
Fruit
interesting
Loops.
and fun.
Oh,
Fruit Loops.
Fruity Loops. Yeah.
Yeah. Cuckoo for
Captain
Cocoa
Crunch.
Puffs. Captain
Cocoa
Crunch.
Puffs. Oh, yeah.
All that stuff.
How'd we stray off? Well, Count Chocula, I guess he's a vampire,
man.
so that
yeah, that's why I ate Count Chocula. I had Count Chocula. Right. I had Frankenberry. It was mostly Count Chocula because I was really into Dracula, and when I was a kid, man, I was like into all the Universal horror shit.
We were not allowed sugared cereals, although I did sneak the sugar and dump it onto the non-sugared cereal, so it made it into it, but I'd had to sneak it. So, yeah, that's okay. So there you go. But anyway, they take the cosplay very seriously. You said
yes, they do. They take it very, 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 very seriously.
Was there anybody dressed up in like horror type cosplay?
It's not a big horror thing, but that Friday was Friday the 13th,
right?
So we did get some people dressed up as Jason. Not as many as I thought there would be.
Okay,
but
all right.
We did get some Jasons, and then
cool.
And then you look at how some of the women are dressed, and
right,
they look good. And
there you go.
That was fun too.
That was some nice eye candy there for you, Rob.
Yes, there was, and that made it fun too. So
there you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So how many? It was 4 days.
4 days, yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we set up the booth on Thursday and then went till 9 and then went the whole weekend. So it was fun. It was packed, man. I didn't think there would be that many. Saturday was absolutely nuts, crazy.
Wow.
So
okay. And I'm glad you had fun there.
I did talk to a good friend of mine that was at the convention. Artist. He's an artist that did Zombie Tramp. He might be on our show.
Oh, nice.
Dan Mendoza.
Okay, so you shared about the podcast, and
he's
all right.
Definitely interested. So
nice.
we might have him on the podcast here pretty soon.
Awesome.
So,
yeah.
Start back in our guest schedule and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
we got to start working. Talking about that, working that into the show again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I have not seen Don't Breathe 2 yet. It's still on the list.
Jeez, I thought you'd be waiting in line, camping out for that shit.
Maybe this weekend. We'll see. I don't know.
Is it out? I didn't even know it was out.
It's out. Yeah, Friday the 13th it came out. So.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Because it's like balls out horror films. Got to come out on Friday the 13th.
That's right. That's right.
Don't breathe.
I know.
Don't breathe.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I've really ruined those movies for you, haven't I?
Well,
yeah, I have. You can admit it. Like I want to like it.
I know you do,
but Rob doesn't like it, so I can't go.
No,
I
still
really
do,
see this
but
movie.
it's
You don't have to walk on eggshells around me, Don.
I know.
You can sit there and go, I like Don't Breathe. Screw you.
Yeah.
You could do that.
I could. I'm thinking it right here. I just haven't said it.
You're thinking. Yeah.
Right.
I can tell. Telepathy. Yeah. I can tell.
I don't know
Lord.
what else is. What is there? Anything else out?
I don't know. When you get in the convention thing, it's like you're in a whole different world. It's like the regular world doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been to any conventions and shit like that.
Not in a long time. But I have, and I do enjoy them.
I know you're jealous. I could tell.
I was. I wish I could have been there with you. That looked like a lot of fun.
It was. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, some guy with some tough guy with you. Who is that?
Not as much fun as you going to the actual cemetery of Night of the Living Dead. That must have been something else.
Oh my God, that was
Let me take a picture. Take my picture. Take my picture. Put it. What is this? Oh, it's a gravestone. No. That's the gravestone that, one of the guys from the movie did this and that.
That's right.
Yeah.
I got to get this. I got to get that. Yeah, that's exactly how it was.
I wish you had a video of your wife and she's going, what? What? Tom,
and then I drug her to the bridge, and then I drug her over to where the house was. Yeah, she was. And then I drug her over to where the plaque was. Yeah, I know.
You got to take her out to dinner or something for that.
I know. And then the mall, and then the Dead Museum. Yeah, she was. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Don, it's a bridge. What are you going
and
crazy?
And then his family's just like, what the hell are they doing? Yeah, I know. It was. I still have goosebumps. I do. Weeks later, I'm just. Oh, it was awesome. But anyway. Yeah. Yeah.
That's an episode for a TV show, man. That would have been great if you had cameras on there and be like, oh my God.
It was like I was floating around the summit. I was like I was levitating. I was just, oh my God. It was like I was on a cloud just floating around from tombstone to tombstone. Yeah. So, man.
Oh.
Anyway, so, yeah.
So I know everyone's been clamoring, sending us emails, direct messaging, going, where the hell is Horror Vein Mail? We haven't done Horror Vein Mail.
Yeah, well, we haven't had messages in a while, right?
And that's what I tell them. I said, maybe if you write us, we could do it.
That's right.
And all of a sudden, we got this flood of
we
emails.
Did? Okay, wonderful.
So we're back. We're doing a new episode of Horror Vein Mail. So get ready, folks. Here we go.
There. I love this.
Yeah, we got mail. Woohoo!
There you go.
Oh, that's loud. Yeah.
Sweet.
So I know you're excited, folks.
Yeah, I know, right? I love this. Oh, I love the mail. I do. I know you do too. So, yeah, I'm...
Our first email is from Janice from Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, from the Windy City.
From the Windy City.
All right, my neck of the woods. Nice.
Yeah, she writes and says she's a new listener.
Okay.
And her question is, what streaming platform is better for horror movies, Shudder or Netflix? Ooh, that's a good question.
Well,
thanks, Janice,
I have
for your
Netflix
question.
and I don't have Shudder. But I will say...
You've been thinking about it. You've been thinking about Shudder.
I've been thinking about it, very seriously thinking about it. But I will say that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Rob, but my impression of horror films on Netflix, and maybe just films in general, they don't have the popular films. They have like the...
obscure...
I don't know. Yeah, obscure, they have some popular titles, but mostly they're just films you've never heard of.
It's like, well, how much can we get that for? For free? Yeah, we'll put it on the site. No problem.
Yeah.
Just kind of
and
fill it
so
up
if you're looking for like Carrie, or if you're looking for Black Sunday, if you're looking for, any specific horror, like Halloween, 9 times out of 10 you're not going to find it, but you will find it on Shudder. From what I could tell.
That's not always true either.
Not always
Shudder
but
Shudder does have a good, pretty good selection. But really the best site that I found that has horror films, and it's actually for free if you can stand, having commercial breaks.
And that's Tubi.
Tubi has a big collection of horror films. Yes, a majority of them are independent horrors that you probably never heard of, but there's some gems in there, man.
Okay.
Let's go through that.
And then walk me through that real quick. So how many commercials are we talking about? Like, in general?
It's not as many as like some of these, like YouTube.
I know, that's ridiculous.
YouTube's fucking ridiculous now.
They're bad.
It's like every fucking 2 minutes there's a goddamn commercial coming on.
So it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
But how?
And they actually put the commercials on at a convenient moment. Like there's a break in the action, and the commercials.
And how long is it? Is it like a minute of commercials? Is it?
It depends. Sometimes it's long. Sometimes they'll do 3 or 4 commercials, and then sometimes they'll just do 1.
Okay.
So it depends on what's happening. I don't mind it because it's free, and they have the opportunity to watch all these horror films for free. You can't beat it. And it's actually they have a big selection. I think they have the selection that they have of not only horror films, but just regular horror films. They have TV shows. I mean, for free, they have a really great selection of stuff.
Okay.
So
all right.
You can't beat it, man. It's like I said, if you can stand the commercials,
right,
I would do that. That's my...
Yeah, I like Netflix, but I don't recommend it for, like, if there's specific films you want to see. 9 times out of 10, it won't be there. Because I can't tell you how many times, just for our show, we've decided, we picked a movie, I'm like, let me see if Netflix has got it. Mm-hmm. No, they don't have it.
Yeah.
So then I check Hulu. And no,
the only thing with Netflix is that they'll have some cool TV shows, like...
Right.
House on Haunting Hill and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like, okay,
and some great documentaries.
Cool.
No, and I like Netflix for certain things.
Yeah, but not for horror films.
Right. So then I go to Hulu, and it's like, okay, no, either they don't have it or it's locked, and you got to pay whatever they, online. And it's not even. It's my stepdaughter's account, so I'm not even going to mess with that. So then I end up at Amazon. That's right, and then I pay
Amazon Prime. I actually have that now.
You have Prime? Nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. I've caught a few that I've...
30-day trial right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, it depends on the movie, but some I'll get for free. Yeah.
Yeah. I like Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show. So.
Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah. Diana liked that. She liked Angel, too.
I didn't watch Unhinged. They had Unhinged there. I was like, because you said it was bad. So
it's not good, Rob.
I was climbing all over the place to watch that. So.
It's just not...
All right, let's move on to the next question here.
Okay, so hopefully we answered her question. I would say let's recap. To recap, I would say Tubi if you don't mind some commercials, and then I would say Shudder. For like a paid streaming service. Would you agree, Rob?
I would agree.
Okay, so there you go.
That's good advice, Don. Thank you for that.
Well, thank you.
Good advice.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm here for.
All right. So our next question, or email, I should say.
Okay.
Is from Joe. From Austin, Texas.
Austin.
Yeehaw. Austin, Texas. Yeah.
Nice.
Says, Dear Horror Vein, Robert and Don.
Okay.
Love your podcast. Keep up the great work.
All right.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, Joe. His question is, what is your favorite horror franchise? Ooh, that's a tough one.
Wow. Ugh, man. Man. It's a hard question because I like a lot of the franchises, but I don't like all of the films within the franchise. That's the problem. So, I love Texas Chainsaw.
You're talking about like Friday the 13th or something like that?
No, Texas Chainsaw. I love the first one. But, the second one's goofy and, it's more tongue-in-cheek and it's more over the top, just, I don't want to say slapstick, but just goofy type, like, not the humor that I like.
Yeah, and then I like Nightmare on Elm Street. I like the franchise, but I don't like the second movie. I like the third movie.
Right.
And I like Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and that's about it.
Right.
And
I like the Halloween series, but and nothing against 4, 5, and 6. Danielle Harris, I love Danielle. We love Danielle, but it was just different, and Jamie Lee wasn't in them, and it was just
not consistent.
Huh?
And it's not consistent. And
yeah,
I used to like the Saw franchise, but that's kind of worn itself out, and then the later ones sucked balls. Yeah. So really, for me, the only franchise that I think is my favorite would have to be the Scream franchise. I love every one of the Scream movies. I really like those movies.
And I guess if I were to have to say, the first 3 Dead films, Night, Dawn and Day. And then it kind of just, I don't know, some of them after that are okay, but...
I like Land. I like Land of the Dead.
Land is good, yeah. So I
actually like, what is it? It's not Survival. The other one where the guy's kind of documenting what's going on with his camera.
Okay.
I forget the name of it, but
okay.
Survival I didn't really care for. But.
Yeah. And you didn't like this recent one that's on Netflix?
What?
There was one real recent one that you said was not good. Where do they go to they try to get this money out of the vault or something like that?
Oh, that has nothing to do with Romero films.
I wasn't sure.
Romero films. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that did or not. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a tough question to answer because I like a lot of the franchises, but like you said, I don't like some of the films within the franchise. So, I guess maybe my favorite style. I don't even know if I could. I love Night, as you know. I'm sure the listeners are getting tired of me.
I like Phantasm.
Of talking
I
about
like the Phantasm franchise.
Phantasm.
I really like,
I saw the first. I got to see the others.
In Phantasm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love them all. They're really good. It's more sci-fi than horror, but
yeah.
I like that franchise, and I actually like the Friday the 13th franchise. I mean, it gets goofy, with Takes Manhattan, but they're pretty consistent with the gore and the atmosphere, and they kind of later on in the movies they kind of make fun of themselves, and so I think as a franchise I'd say Scream and Friday the 13th, but
okay, and I would say the Romero Dead films and boy, I don't know. And I would say Halloween, because I liked H2O. Resurrection was... Oof.
I like Halloween, too.
But I like the most recent one. I'm looking forward to Halloween Kills. So I would say the Halloween franchise where Jamie Lee is involved. Nothing against Danielle Harris. We love Danielle, but it just... that's how it started with her.
Not the Halloween franchise that Rob Zombie did.
I'm not a fan of that. I
originally saw the second one. I didn't see the first one. It was on Tubi, and I was like, "It's okay."
Yeah,
I was expecting something really, really, really bad, but it's not.
It's all right. It's not.
Just kind of, it's just kind of there. Nothing against that Rob Zombie, because we want to have
Rob Zombie
on the show.
Too, but I just yeah. So anyway, hopefully that answered his question.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And our last question is from Mike in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Albuquerque. All right. Yes, sir.
Says, love the podcast. And his question is, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
Oh, boy, I don't know. They said it on the commercial, but I just don't...
A 1, a 2,
yes,
a 3.
A 3. I just can't remember how many he...
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center?
He must be around our age, because that's an old commercial, yeah.
That's an old commercial with the owl.
With the owl, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Because
I was the same way. When I had Tootsie Pop, I would, I'd bite the thing and...
Right, and I'd go right into the center.
Tootsie Roll center, because it's a good treat, And,
so I couldn't spend hours doing that. I just have no patience for that. I can't do that.
Because your tongue gets all colored. It's like red and blue, and so if you have a multiple, Tootsie Rolls, your tongue turns out black.
Yeah, and I don't even think I licked it at all. I think I went I just chewed right into it and got into the center. I mean, that's just me, What's
you just stick? Choose right in there.
Yeah,
no
what's the stick doing here? This isn't a
choose right
lollipop.
In there.
This is a
doesn't even take it out to dinner or anything. It's just kind of like, well, I'm biting you. I'm getting to your center. Fuck you.
That's basically it. That's right. I didn't. Yeah, I'm not playing. I'm not playing that game.
I ain't playing around, man. No. I'm getting that Tootsie Roll.
So, yeah, because as a dentist's son, I didn't get a lot of those either. So, when I got them, I had to sneak them or eat them quick.
Son,
yeah,
and
I didn't have time to mess around. I get caught. That's right.
Ooh, yeah, I'm a dentist's son. Mm-hmm. Should be a song or something.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
So
I had to eat it quick.
Note, Thanks for the viewer or listener mail. I always say viewer, but listener mail.
Well, they could be viewers if they're watching us on YouTube, Rob.
So great to get mail again. Thank you so much for writing us. Hope you had a great time. We have a great time answering these questions. And if you want us keep doing that, just contact us on horrorvein.com or contact us on Facebook and
on our
Twitter
Facebook page. Yeah,
we'll take it and we'll read it on air. You'll be kind of famous because we don't use your last name; we just use your first.